Hey horror fans, once again it is me, the Horror Mizamani G. It's time for me to do something I haven't done in a while, a ranking video. It's time for me to rank the Conjuring Universe film series after seeing The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know that I enjoy the Conjuring film series. Most of the films are pretty good. We do have some duds in there. Duds in there. But overall, I do like the film series as a whole. Basically, it's based around the investigation of real cases, parapsychologist investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The films became so successful they have spin-off films. Annabelle has 3 films. The character, the nun from Conjuring II, wound up getting her own spin-off film, The Nun, and there's talk about putting a sequel to The Nun, even though the film was not received well by critics, and I did not enjoy the film that much, but it is getting a sequel because, hey, Lady Mom made a lot of money. The Crooked Man from Annabelle Comes Home is supposed to be getting its own film, but it's still in developmental hell right now, mainly due to COVID-19. But mostly all of the films are pretty good. Overall, the 3 Conjuring films to me are pretty good. And you're going to see where I rank all 8 films in this series. All right, starting off with film number 8 will be The Curse of La Larona. Sometimes I wonder, why was this film put into the Conjuring universe? Because the priest from Annabelle, the first Annabelle movie, makes an appearance here. Is the only reason why this film is in part of the universe. Overall, the film stars Linda Carter Lee. She stars as this mother who is also a caseworker. She goes and involves with this mother whose 2 sons were killed, and unfortunately involves her children into this curse. I believe it's an old Latina or Spanish curse. Now, as I stated before, the Curse of La Larona is about this woman named Maria who marries a very rich Mexican guy. She loves him so much she bears him 2 children. When she finds out that he's cheating on her with another woman, she's so upset that she eventually drowns her 2 kids to the point where all of a sudden she realizes the mistake that she made, so she winds up killing herself instead. And eventually her spirit is unrestful, so every time we see this folklore that comes from Mexican mythology, everyone talks about the weeping widow, or La Llorona, and that's what this movie is based upon. Now, as I stated before, Linda Cardellini, she's pretty good in this particular film. Raymond Cruz does a pretty good job as well, but this was Michael Chavez who actually directed The Conjuring 3. This was his feature film debut. He does an okay job, but there's too many fake out jump scares. The actual La Llorona, we can see the jump scares coming in a mile away, and to me, this is the weakest in all of the film, of all the series in the film. So coming in at number 8, The Curse of La Llorona. Coming in at number 7 is Annabelle. Yes, Annabelle. Boy, did this doll freak everyone out during the first Conjuring film. That New Line Cinema just had to make Annabelle the film, and we were all looking forward to it. And unfortunately, we get this particular film. Now, we do have some decent scare scenes. There was some problems with the overall plot and the mythos regarding the Annabelle doll. For some reason, we think that the doll is possessed, but my understanding, the doll is not possessed at all. Like I said, weak script, some fake out jump scares. There was some nice imagery, I would say, somewhere in the middle of the second act, and I thought the 2 lead actors and actresses, they were okay, but overall, it was a bad attempt to try to expand the Conjuring universe, but it did make enough money to it. Wanted to do the sequel, but coming in at number 7 is Annabelle. Coming in at number 6 is The Nun. Yes, just like with Annabelle, everyone loved the creepiness that The Nun, or Valak, as what she was called, that New Line Cinema and the people behind the Conjuring universe decided to do another spinoff. This one is a prequel and actually the chronological start of the Conjuring universe based upon The Nun. Now, the film takes place in 1952 Romania, where we have this nun that is actually played by Vera Farmiga's sister, Tessa Farmiga, and this priest are sent to this church to find out what's going on, and they eventually run into Valak. Now, I did like the gothic setup of the film. It looks fantastic. I love the cinematography, but unfortunately, they put too much in the nun itself. We don't need to see the nun. And then we have that CGI disaster in the 3rd act of the film, which ruined what could have been a decent setup for The Nun. Now, of course, the movie did make some money because I think it grossed $365 million worldwide on a $22 million budget. So obviously, New Line Cinema is going to say, "Hey, look, we made some money off of this." So there is a sequel in the works for The Nun. Perhaps they can learn what they did with Annabelle and come up with a better Nun. But coming in at number 6 is The Nun. Coming in at number 5, it is the third Annabelle film called Annabelle Comes Home. Now, in this one, we actually do have Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. They actually make a little bit of a cameo appearance in Annabelle Comes Home, but the movie mostly focuses upon their daughter Judy and the two girls that are babysitting her while they're off starting solving another case. I believe it's the case where they go on. Well, it's the first Conjuring. I believe that's what this is. And unfortunately, one of the girlfriends has ulterior motives where she goes into the museum and insanity ensues. Now, this film was written and directed by Gary Doberman. This was his directorial debut. I know some people do not like his work at all. I really didn't have much of a problem with this film. Obviously, it wasn't as good as the Annabelle Creation, but I did find it a little satisfying more than the first Annabelle film. We get we do get some scary imagery. I did like the ferryman aspect of the film, but again, film was just lacking something. I don't know what it is, mainly because of the script, and I do believe that at the time that this film was to take place, Judy's age comes into question, because I don't know, chronologically speaking, she shouldn't be as old in this particular film as opposed when the events are supposed to take place. But coming in at number 5 is Annabelle Comes Home. Coming at number 4 is The Conjuring 3, or The Devil Made Me Do It. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you probably saw my review of this particular film. Yeah, I did enjoy the film, but there are two aspects of the film I didn't like. This was again directed by Michael Chavez, who did the Curse of La Larona, and I don't know what his problem is. He has a good eye for horror, because the opening scene of The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, was pretty good, but he lacked something in it. Now, I don't know if it was him or maybe because of David's script, because his script just goes everywhere. And instead of taking it one aspect, the way we saw it in the trailers, we thought it was going to be a court case with a paranormal into it, where we actually get to something that could be similar to what other people thought it was going to be, the exorcism of Emily Rose. What we get is a sort of investigation into the disappearances of other people. There's a witch totem that comes into play. And the horror was missing, and the story was a bit convoluted, but it is saved by, once again, by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga's performance. That's the great saving grace of this particular film. So coming in at number 4 is The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. Coming in at number 3, one of my favorites in this series, Annabelle Creation. Boy, did I love this film. It's a huge improvement from Annabelle. It is the second film in the Annabelle film series. In this particular one, we get to actually see the origins of the Annabelle doll. I believe this film takes place somewhere in the 50s and 60s. I don't know when the time era is, but we get to see the origins of the Annabelle doll, how the Annabelle doll was made. We get to see this nun who's in charge of some orphan girls who decide to go into this doll maker's house that created the Annabelle doll. And of course, we find out why you don't mess with locked doors. Obviously, this film stars Lulu Wilson, who's excellent in this particular one, and she's excellent. She's been excellent in all the horror films she's starred in, whether it's Ouija, Origin of Evil, or Becky. Lulu Wilson is excellent here. It has some great, excellent scares. Yeah, I love how the film actually ties in this movie into the first Annabelle film. So great, great direction, great horror film. So coming in at number 3 is Annabelle Creation. Coming in at number 2 is The Conjuring. Yes, The Conjuring itself. What better way can you start a film series with a fantastic start of the series with The Conjuring? Once again, this is where it all started out, with Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga starring as Ed and Lorraine Warren. They go and investigate the mysterious happenings going on with the Perron family. I thought it was an excellent way how they did the film. I mean, you care for the Perron family. You love how they're doing it. It introduces the Annabelle doll. We have some creepy moments. Great, fantastic final scenes in the third act where we actually see the Warrens do what they do best. I just love the film all in all, and it's one of my favorite horror films of all time, especially here in the modern era. So coming in at number 2 is The Conjuring. So obviously my number 1 film in the series is The Conjuring 2. What a great follow-up from The Conjuring. Once again, we have Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. This time they're going into England for the, I think it's the editing flats in England, where they go on what was eventually called the Amityville of England, where they have to help the Hodgson family when their youngest daughter Janet is afflicted by a poltergeist. And one of my favorite scenes in the film, my name is Bill Wilskin, and I'm 72 years old. I just love that scene. As a matter of fact, I was actually watching it the other night, and just reminds myself how great this film was. It introduces Valak in the film. I truly love the entire series, but this is my number 1 film in the series, and this is my favorite film in the series. So coming in at number 1 is The Conjuring 2. So there you have it. That is my ranking of the Conjuring film series. I'm pretty sure once they introduce more films, when they finally give out The Crooked Man, or when they come up with the next non-picture, or if they come out with another Conjuring film or The Conjuring 4, whatever they want to do, I'm pretty sure with all the cases that Ed and Lorraine Warren did, they have plenty of material to work with. Let's just hope that they bring back the Hayes twins, because we don't need another repeat of The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. So there you have it. That's my video for today. Hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, and share. Also, please comment in the comment section below and tell me how you would rank the Conjuring film series. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put up new videos such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Money G, and always remember that horror rules. I'll see you in my next video. I'm out.